Welcome back to the channel. In today's video, I've got a tip for repairing drywall that's going to blow you away. It'll save you time and give you a beautiful finish. But first, I'm going to show you the finer points of mixing a hot mud, which is a quick setting joint compound that comes in a powder form. This is 20-minute mud made by USG. It is hard within 20 minutes of application, but you can recoat over it within 15 minutes. So I'm just using a cordless drill, and it's actually a paint mixer that I'm using. It works really well. You want to put a little water in the bucket first, and then start mixing and add as you go if you need to. You just want to get all the lumps out. Mix it a little thick, kind of like baking a cake. You don't want any lumps. So you mix it thick and then thin it down to the consistency you want. You do want to read the directions on most of the hot muds because it asks you to let the mud sit for 1 minute and then remix, getting it to the consistency desired. All right, so let it sit for a minute. All right, minute's up. Add a little water, not too much. You don't want to get it too soupy. So you also want to get any dry powder off the edges of the bucket as you're mixing. As you can see, it just takes a couple minutes to whip a batch up. All right, that's looking pretty good. So you've got about 15 minutes working time. Stay tuned for that tip coming up towards the end of the video. I just wanted to show you how I'm going to do the second coat on the tape joint repairs on this ceiling. And if you missed the first videos of this series, I'll leave a link down in the description. So basically, you just want to get the mud up. I've already first coated the tape joints. There's only 2 tape joints on this patio ceiling. And while that was drying, I went ahead and skim coated around the perimeter and wherever the painted surfaces were other than where the repairs are. I did that while the first coat was drying. Like I said, 20 minutes, 15 minutes, you can recoat right over it. The first coat usually takes a little longer to dry if it's on a painted surface. But once you're going over that mud, it dries pretty quick. So again, I'm placing the mud on my drywall taping knife, not all the way to both edges. You don't want the mud squishing out the edges and making a big mess. So concentrate your mud. That's a good tip for you to get a nice clean job. I am filling the tape joint because it's concave at the moment because of the tape joints being removed and some scraping that had to be done. You want to keep a nice consistent pull. That way you're not going to have much sanding or any sanding at all. On this ceiling project, I will not be doing any sanding. You can go ahead and scrape any high edges once it's dry and then coat over that. The reason I'm not going to have to do any sanding on this ceiling is it was a skip trowel ceiling anyways, so they wanted texture to skip trowel again. So if you keep your mud work nice and tight, you don't even have to do any sanding when you're doing a skip trowel texture. And that video is going to be coming out pretty soon after this one. The skip trowel is a good look. It's like a Mediterranean look. And I'm in Florida, so it kind of goes with everybody's homes that are stucco, or everything's got texture here in Florida pretty much. I know other parts of the country do not have texture, but that's okay. I'm still giving you some tips, whether it's a smooth or textured surface that you're trying to match. All right, so I'm on the tape joint. Just getting it smoothed out a bit, paying special attention to the edges. Keep watching because I'm going to come out with that tip that's going to blow you away for any repair you're doing, whether it's a wall repair, ceiling repair, tape joint repair, or hole repair. This is going to help you with it. All right, so here I am. The second coat has dried, and I'm using an all-purpose joint compound to skim over this repair. And again, I've already skim coated on both sides of the repairs, so I'm just skim coating this tape joint and the quick setting mud work that I did. This also helps you get a nice consistent surface when you paint or texture, because the quick set mud tends to dry a little different than all-purpose or paint. So once it was painted, you'd probably be able to see the different porousness of each compound. I got all this mud work done in a day, so if I didn't have 20-minute mud, I'd be having to come back. It'd be a 2-day job just to get it mudded. And then at the third day, I'd texture. But since I'm using the 20-minute mud, I'm going to let these skim coats dry overnight and texture in the morning. And if you're new to the channel, my name's Paul, and I've been a drywall and painting contractor for over 20 years. If you're looking to step up your drywall, texturing, or painting game, be sure to hit that subscribe button and also the bell notification to get alerted whenever I put out a new video. Let me know in the comments if you're a DIYer, contractor, handyman, just kind of curious. All right, so again, I'm just smoothing out the edges, trying not to leave any major edges. Super simple. You just pull right over it and it knocks it down. Last tape joint that I'm skim coating over. I've got some other videos that I'll put in a YouTube card above now for skim coating over textures, walls, making walls new again after wallpaper removal. I'm telling you, skim coating is just amazing. You can turn an ugly, hideous surface back into its original luster. So check out some of those videos in the playlist above. Let me know in the comments what kind of project you're working on. You doing a drywall repair? Looking how to skim coat? I'm applying a medium pressure because I do want to leave some of the joint compound because it is still filling. So that's the third coat, which is a skim coat. You get a nice skim coat, you barely have any sanding. It's all about controlling the mud and not putting too much up at one time. I'm using a 12-inch stainless steel taping knife and a 14-inch stainless steel mud pan. I'll leave a link to my Amazon store that has all the tools that I use in this video and every one of my other videos. Leave me a hashtag DrywallTube down in the comments if you made it this far in the video. I'll leave a link in the YouTube card above to a video where I show you how to mix the skim coat and all the tools you need to skim coat. I'll also show you a super duper secret trick for skim coating. And if you're looking to step up your drywall, texturing, or painting game, be sure to hit that subscribe button and also the bell notification to get alerted whenever I post a new video. If you have a friend that's a contractor, DIYer, be sure to share these videos with them on Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter. Thanks so much for watching.